Ready to stabby and shooty.
Oh yeah.
Smarty.
I'm just let y'all do y'all's thing.
Let's see. Cassie, stabbing, slashing.
I don't know.
No,
His thing is run up and be hit.
Oh, Ragey. What does? Oh yeah, Bev's character is broken.
Yeah, Bev's character is broken.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, full on mastery.
So, like I said, off stream, I gave you guys a little bit of recap, just mostly for this. It has been a minute since we played. You are inside the tower. You are trying to find the center to get out, or at least try to find Mordekainen to deal with whatever you need to. Trying to figure out what's going on from there. You have been opening up random doors as you go. One of the doors was large cooking utensils. Another one was full of material components, a massive amount of them. One door, the last door that you guys opened was a door. Oh, you also entered the dojo. Where you guys...
Oh, the dojo.
The realm of the body. And...
No, the gnome got beat up people.
And
He actually
then
beat
you
up a
opened
skinny
up...
guy.
Then you opened up a door to a plane of vampires that proceeded to immediately try to attack.
They tried to seduce our ranger.
As you do.
Yep. So I think that is an appropriate catch point for us to begin at.
We don't have any of the followers, as it were?
Correct. They are not.
They're all with Iron Stride?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ironhide?
Iron Stride.
The monk?
Do we set them outside?
We don't know. They haven't showed up. I don't think they showed up.
I don't think we told them to come in. I think we just told
I don't
them
think you can.
that too.
So, and Mordecon, you still do not have one arm.
Yeah, I'm still one-armed.
Good job.
Hey, I can still shoot and stab.
You can shoot? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I tied it to myself like a sling so that way I could...
I mean, in theory, if he goes prone, he can still shoot a short bow.
So, you would have to use your feet. Yeah. No, you use your feet and then...
Oh.
It just would not be...
Sounds more like a longbow.
It would not be good. So, back to where... A little bit more dramatic than I anticipated.
Sorrel, is that you?
We're not ready.
Give us like 5 more levels.
Give us a nap, please.
No!
He's still scared of sleeping in here.
I want a long rest.
Oh yeah, we don't have Liam. Can we just Liam and Sven Hub?
I don't have that.
Oh man.
They also not working right now.
I heard that. Well, I mean, spells.
So, as you continue walking down the hall of the tower, again, the stone floor, nothing really miraculous about it, passing different doors as you go. Some of them you do check from time to time, some of them being locked, and different things like that. As you go, one of the doors that you do check, very, very basic door. It seems to be that there's nothing special about this one. Wood grain, wood handle, everything is uninteresting about it. You try it and you open it up, and then you see the innards of what looks to be like a covered closet with one gentleman standing in it.
Oh, he's in the closet.
Yeah.
Can I try to see if there's anything on him or if he's holding anything?
You can easily see that he's holding a note, and You don't know how you got here. You're not understanding on why, but you're holding a note. It's folded over. And you see a party of 6 individuals just standing in front of you.
How close are they?
Literally
you're
less than
counting
5 feet.
Rundar?
Yes.
Who's our typical door opener?
That was.
It was a mix between a couple of people.
It's either
But yes, you-
rogues or you.
So let's say that you were the one who opened this door, and you see this gentleman just standing there with a note.
I
I have pure white armor, white cloak, sword, shield.
Okay, I'm dressed like desert traveler, you know, with the stuff on my head, all flowing robes, and I step out of the closet and say, I am Hakim Al-Baal Ben Nahat Al-Yugahim, ambassador of the great Caliph of the Jinn of the land of fate. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Was that common? You speak common.
it seems he speaks common.
No idea, but I'm certainly not going to remember that.
Are you from a desert?
Why, yes, the land of fate.
Perfect, you'll
The
enjoy it
famed
here.
desert. Ah, good.
Well, no, there's no sand, just dry rocks.
Huh?
I'll hide the note until I get a chance to read it later.
It's pretty obvious.
Okay.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Well, if it's that obvious, I'll just open the note and
Okay.
read it right in front of them.
You open the note and it says, "Sorry for the inconvenience. You're needed. Hugs and kisses, Rundar."
Rundar, what is this about?
Why the hell should I know? I don't know who this is.
Oh wait,
Is he in
future
your tower?
Rundar, cause time.
Do I know who Rundar is?
You do not.
Oh,
but
okay.
he is talking to a gentleman that is in blue robes, gnome with this large hat, because he's
so he
Admiral
said-
Baron.
you actually
Yeah,
said
yeah, he pointed
Rundar?
at the person. It's like I have no clue. I really don't know who this is.
I think your house.
I don't.
Wait,
This is the first time that I've been in here.
didn't Morgan say something about there being future Rundar or like another
No
Rundar?
idea.
Is Rundar in his Iron Man suit?
That's Orin.
This is your
Oh, shit. All right.
It's Orin.
this is your home. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Yes, it's a pleasure. This is my home. I am Admiral Baron Rundar. It is a pleasure to meet such a traveler of the world as yourself. And these are my compatriots.
Ah,
I am Rundar of the Fellowship of Enlightenment,
The Hierophant.
the Hierophant, and this is my Hierophant. Psychopomp, the Mordai the Pious,
ah.
and the rest of our motley crew.
I
Each,
greet them each
all of them are
individually,
wonderful people.
Kiss the hand of the lady. You know.
I checked to see if this guy has any blood on him or if he's a killer or at least a mercenary.
Are you going to physically try to touch him and
No, just glaze him over.
make a perception check?
Okay, that's a 22.
I'm an Asimov, protector, sorcerer.
So, as you look over him, you see the garb that he's wearing seems to cover a better part of skin and different things like that. It's a means of keeping what you assume would be keeping away from the heat in a desert-like environment that he has already stated that he's from. The skin is extremely pale, though, in comparison to what it should be for someone coming from an environment like that. As far as any notable things like blood or anything like that, I would say that there isn't any, at least anything visible.
A bit pale for
I
a
keep myself
He's
meticulously
pretty-
groomed.
pale for a desert wanderer.
Ah, yes. Well, parenthood. You know how it is.
Can you defend
Speaking
yourself?
of which,
Wait a second. Can
am
you
I-
defend yourself? Can you defend? Do you know magic? Do you know martial arts? Do you
Yes.
know how to hit things really hard?
No, I'm more, as you say, of
Magic.
the magical arts. Yes.
I just like use prestidigitation to make sparks. Hooray!
Okay. I use gust to blow back my robes flowingly, you know, so My hair is perfect.
Speaking of heritage, are you celestial in nature?
Why, yes.
Have you fallen?
No.
Then you're going to love this place.
Oh, really? And why is that?
We are traveling through my home that seems to have a
Infestation.
It's not an infestation. Mordekainen is just
Oh no,
here
not
for
the
time period.
lovely Mordenkainen, but more of the cockroaches that seem to leave from the surrounding
cockroaches.
areas.
They are malicious.
Perhaps you should.
I was more specifically talking about the
The
environment in which this tower is placed.
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
that's where I was getting to. I do appreciate that.
Perhaps warm.
It is extremely warm outside. So I believe that you will be right at home. Have you ever heard of Foe by any chance? Of Foe?
Foe?
Yes, has our name spread.
Fellowship of Enlightenment.
Oh,
The Fellowship that we
Shall we
are a part
continue
of.
on? While they do this?
Yeah, I'm assuming we're talking while we're walking.
Hey, can we walk and chat
for me?
to have dice out? Just like
Well, I will continue.
Yes,
FOE
let's-
stands for the Fellowship of Enlightenment. We are an organization dedicated to the advancement
Yes,
or
first.
benefit of the downtrodden.
Ah, a noble goal.
Yes.
Many of my people are downtrodden, and we
The
work
tiny
to
Cole
aid
is
them.
raising his hand, like barely 3 feet tall with his hand raised.
Yes,
Mr.
first.
Kata?
Okay, can we continue on while we walk at least?
High or low? Real fast.
Low.
You have heard of Foe.
Ah, I have.
Make a history check.
Okay. Okay. 16.
16. So you've heard of an organization started about 30, 40 years ago, something like that, that seems to do exactly what he states about helping the downtrodden and whatnot. It is a religious sect that believes that people need to help people as much as possible. That they can't rely on anyone else, but they have to rely on themselves.
Ah,
So it is literally people helping people, empowering people.
And
So you can make your exactly.
yeah. Okay.
So you can make whatever discernments from this information.
Right. Ah, yes.
They
Your
they
favorite-
aren't they are known to be peaceful until provoked.
Okay. Yes. In fact, your fame has spread all the way to my land, which is quite far from here.
By the way,
It's
what?
very inspiring.
By the way, what land did you come from?
The land of fate.
Would I know anything of land?
What plane is that?
Prime material.
Oh,
And I cross over quite a bit. As I say, I'm an ambassador for the great Caliph of the Jinn.
make a history check.
So,
No, not you. This is for
Can I see if I know what a djinn is?
Arcana check is fine.
11.
With
11?
disadvantage. Yeah.
Oh,
this is
yeah,
all
I'll
cool.
exhaust it.
Yep.
It's on everything.
21.
No, checks.
Ability check.
Yeah.
my people
So,
call it Zakara.
Zakar?
Zakara.
You have absolutely no clue what he's talking about. You have never heard of this. You spent a lot of your life on
Land
in the
and
astral.
cities.
Well, in the astral, where you met Rundar and Morai. So a lot of information about the Prime you're not sure of. You've heard of Jinn, yes. They are extremely magical entities. They are, if they decide to take any form of power, usually it can be for the betterment of the people, but few and far between.
Do I know what type of creature they are, or are they just magical beings?
They're, I would say no on the type. You know that they're extremely magical beings.
Okay.
So you know that they are something to be.
So there's some sort of spellcasters that are dangerous. from what I can figure.
Dangerous or good, they're literally on the fence. It depends upon.
Okay.
Powerful.
Powerful is the nicest way to say it.
You related to any of these gens?
Not related directly, just an ambassador working for Hussein, who is the Grand Caliph of the Jinn.
All right. Well, they're powerful magical beings. It's good to have one on our side if we bring him.
Yes, we seek to expand our friendships with people of different lands.
Well, he's been sent here by some version of Rudolph. So,
So he must be
Must-
trusted.
Must be some kind of organization that may be assisting us.
It must be fate.
And,
Well, I am from the land of fate, so that would make sense.
I'm glad you took it like that.
We know that this town goes to basically
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Who is?
Every place.
Stuff.
The town.
Right,
Where you all go.
right.
Time doesn't really function in here. Well,
Okay.
it does.
In
But weirdly.
Yes, when I visit my master's lands, it does strange things like that also.
So, shall we continue on? What's the next doors?
you continue going through the, checking the doors. One door that you come up to seems to be. The door visibly looks sticky.
I don't want to touch that.
No.
Wait a second. Does anyone want to go in there first off? And what color is the stickiness?
Yeah.
The sticky looks clear. It visibly looks sticky, like it seems like if any kind of dust that has moved through here or whatnot seems to cling to it.
Okay, so first off,
that's all you.
does anyone want to go in there?
I
Second of
am
all,
not
I can
touching
clear
that.
it up. Just give me a minute or two.
Okay.
You can find.
I use prestidigitation to first to see if I can get the stickiness off.
Very slowly, it does seem to go dissipate.
I do want to see if this is flammable, so I take the jeweled dagger.
Okay.
I scrape some of it off,
Okay.
if I can, and then I put it down on the ground and I use Fireball to.
It sizzles, but it's not flammable.
Okay, that's good to know that it won't spontaneously combust, or at least that little bit won't. I proceed to finish prestidigitating it away if y'all are willing to take the time to do it. At least the doorknob.
So as the prestidigitation doesn't take long to get through this. Like I said, it's a very thin layer.
It's a
of stick.
phlegm.
Yes.
could be a
As you
sticky bone. It
expose
could
the
be
metal that's actually for the doorknob, it seems to be semi-ornate, made of silver, but it seems to have corroded a little bit, like not as eaten away by acid, but more so like rusted, so it doesn't seem terrible.
Seth, do you want to open it? Are you interested in it?
Not especially, but if you want me to, I'll open it.
Do we want to go in there first off? Whatever it is probably even grosser.
I could try listening to what's behind
Oh
it.
no.
You're gonna put your head up against it?
I'm
Oh
a few inches from the door.
I mean, I could open the handle from a distance, unless it's very difficult.
Do you want to open it? Yeah, we can see if the magical whatever you have
Mage
can open
hand.
it.
The mage hand.
So you activate your mage hand, you reach out with it, and you turn the knob. It goes and the swings open. Once the door opens, you see that the contrast in stone is significant, while the inside is brown, like the hallway is brown and whatnot. The stone on the inside of this room is a darker blue here, but it seems to be well lit. Who's the first person to walk up?
What's inside?
Well, you walk up to go look, because I'm assuming you guys did this from a distance.
Yes.
So, as you come around the corner and you peek in, you see a treasure trove. A massive trove.
That
Just
is screaming
gold.
trap.
Gold, diamonds, rubies. You see candelabras that seem to be thrown off to the side, pieces of artwork off to the side, just just everything, all covered in the same stick.
First, your homunculi, he's still alive, right?
No, he's not. No, he's completely dead.
Mordai, would you like
I have a
to
familiar.
venture forth into this treasure trove?
Into the trap covered in stick?
Yeah.
No, I have no use for monetary goods.
Well, the mage hand's
I'm
still
just
working.
asking.
Uh-huh.
I could try to at least move some things around, see if that's open.
You could try to drag. I don't think you can drag all
Well,
that.
technically,
Yeah, I could.
the property is Roomdog.
Is there any kind of glowing magical item or anything?
You can't tell anything as far as there's any glowing magical items.
Does Rundar have magic eyes still?
Yes, but everything pretty much dings right now.
Everything in the tower is so magic that
So,
we can't tell.
we can do. I can send my bat into there. He'll die instantly if there is a trap.
I'm assuming the trap is triggered if you interact with the Roomdog.
Well, I can send the bat in and see if he sees anything invisible in there.
Roomdog, do you wish us to mess with your treasure?
I'd like to make sure that. Honestly, the fact of the matter is this: I still have to technically clear portions of this for it to be mine. You know, the
You have a
contract.
legal document.
I do, but it states that it still has to be cleared to a degree. You know,
So we have to claim the treasure
At
in
least
order to get it.
50% of them need to be dead, I would assume.
something along those lines. It doesn't really specify. It just states that I own a tower and it needs to be cleared. So that's what the contract states, or at least the deed. You know.
So you want to see?
So I mean, it's your guys' call.
We should also probably
How big is
prepare
the
a
room?
pulley system to close the door
You
just
can't.
in case.
You only see like
The
this
front porch.
hallway that leads into this massive treasure trove. So it seems to go on deeper.
Okay.
It's
I
like a
will-
hallway and then
Yeah, it's a little hallway, and then it goes into this massive treasure trove.
Okay.
I will not assist, but I will not interfere.
I will not lose Deseract in here because he's a fiend. So that means if he dies here, he dies.
Technically, I'm not sure if we're actually in hell right now.
I think we're in a different plane entirely.
That might be true. There's kind of a pause of like awkward.
Figure of speech.
I don't have.
I see.
Here,
If it was
Yes.
a figure of speech, we definitely would help.
All right, so I summoned Deserac, my
Okay.
little bat. He has blind sight, meaning if there is something invisible, he notices it within 60 feet of us.
Okay.
Is there anything invisible within 60 feet?
No.
Who wants to go in with Deserac to see if there's anything invisible?
What is the range of your prestidigitation?
My prestidigitation, I think it's just 10 feet.
I can send the mage hand in 30
Well,
feet.
is
It's
the
still
floor
going.
sliding
In
or
less
was
than
it
minutes.
just the floor?
Everything seems to be a little sticky.
I can give you the ability to breathe fire and clear it away.
No.
No?
You can give that to someone
So,
else.
what is their goal here? We're supposed to clear. What does clear mean?
As vague as that sounds. Unfortunately, like I said, it was kind of a.
Well, is this treasure need to be cleared?
One thing is for certain, the
There are-
current squatter is Mordecai, who is a powerful wizard of his own right.
Oh, yes.
He needs to either leave or agree to cohabitation.
Make a history check real fast.
Okay, I'm just assuming I've heard of Mordecai.
So it
Yeah.
I mean,
11.
technically he is.
Yeah, no, you've definitely heard of Mordecai.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to be literally living underneath a rock, and even then you have a good chance of knowing.
Is
do you have the public background?
Mordecai hostile to you?
Kind of, in the sense that
More
for
of
some
a
reason I'm
passive
really
aggressive
tired.
roommate than anything.
Ah, I see.
He's bored.
Yes, that can help.
Okay, well, I don't particularly need the gold right now, so we can come back to this later, unless you really want us to clear it out now.
I'm just telling you that I'm role playing as Rundar, so I will not be making any group decisions.
Sure.
I'm
So
more
this is more of
interested
me
in magic
asking
items,
you
which
two,
I do not
Rundar
see.
and you. So.
We can close the door and mark it.
Okay. Yeah, we can
So
close
we
the
close
door.
it. How do we mark it?
Does
We
anyone
can
have-
carve something in it. We can.
I can
leave a
mark it for an
sandwich.
hour, but that's about it.
I was thinking something like a shark.
I think we'll know which one it is.
It is sticky.
Would you? Do you think there would be
Does
no
stickiness
other
seem to
door
be
that
coming
would be
back?
sticky
It
in
does not.
Rundar's
How many
tower?
sticky doors
Can I-
have we
can I
seen
use
in
Mage
this place?
Hand?
Would you
Currently
not?
sticky. It's currently
What
not
is in the
sticky.
hallway
I'm sure it'll
outside
get
of this?
sticky. I don't know how, but it
Like the
will.
hallway into
I
the
would
room,
feel
or are you talking about
better if
further
we
down?
could mark it
Where we
some
came
way.
from.
You guys haven't gone into the room, so this is all discussion from that main hallway. There just seems to be more hallway and multiple
I
different
would
doors.
probably have
Is
a
there any
little
other things in the hall?
I have a dagger. We
Magical
could just
sconces.
carve into wood. This is
This is
wood.
metal.
It's a metal door.
So, I have a little bit of inks. They are spell inks.
Does anyone have a scholar's kit or?
I have an explorer's pack. Is that heavy in it? Probably not.
I'm afraid I tend to travel light.
Ah, we have a tinderbox. So we can light a torch on fire and then put it into put a burn mark into it.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not-
it takes
I'm
a
not
little.
really strong.
It takes a couple of minutes. You use prestidigitation to assist with removing some more stick from the door, and you see the tarnished metal underneath it, and you proceed to take a flame torch to it. It leaves a small scorch mark on the door. It doesn't seems like it'll be a good marker.
Okay.
All right. Let us continue.
As you proceed to keep on moving forward, checking doors. From time to time, they do open, but sometimes into blackness, sometimes into complete light that is so blinding that you immediately have to shut the door. Different things like that. As you progress, you do see a massive, in comparison to all the other doors, this is at least 3 times the size. Just fully ornate, and you see intricate drawings and intricate etchings of metalwork along the side of it, along the side of the frame. On the door itself, you see small carvings and arcanic runes that don't really mean much to anyone that doesn't cast spells. As you read it, it says, "Enter, please, enter."
It's a very excited door that wants us to enter.
So should we not enter?
I kind of like tap some of the runes and I go, "Hey, you understand? Are you a magic door?" No,
It does not respond back.
Clearly not magical, at least besides the runes.
Is there any
Once
other writing
entered
on
this
the door?
excited door.
No common, no nothing. It seems to be arcane.
Just the-
Yeah, just the arcane.
Rundar, would you try to play a trick with us about entering a room?
I have no clue.
How bored do you get?
I don't know.
It's really how bored does Mornicon get?
That's a good question too.
Very.
Clearly very bored since he's made us stronger but weaker at the same time.
More or less weaker.
I suggest a spellcaster difficulty instead.
Can I even reach the doorknob?
Well,
I'm 2 feet tall.
Yeah, but with your arm length, it's a little stretch. So on the tippy toes, as you touch the doorknob, it turns very quickly.
the Jin can do it.
And you push.
Yeah.
You push, and as you open it up, the door is a little heavy, but seems to still fly on the hinges. It opens up. The stonework is yellow and bright. As you look inside, you see massive bookcases covered in just tomes, different sizes, scattered papers throughout the entire thing.
First, don't.
You look in deeper, it seems to open up even more, and as it does, you see this massive table that, this massive dining table that seems to have, let's see, Jacqueline, Mordecon, Aeroprex, and Hakeem.
Are they exact replicas or?
No, I'm telling you guys what you see.
Oh.
So, you look in and you see 2 dinner plates that are just set. The door makes a little bit of a squeak, and then you hear, "Come in! Come in, please!"
Can we see anything? Can I see anything?
If you wait a second, yeah, you might.
It came from deeper
It
in?
came from deeper inside.
Oh, okay.
I enter.
Okay. It's like, oh, please, thank you. So as you,
Who's inviting us in?
That's
I'd
what
like
we're-
not to enter.
that's
A
what we're
random
interpreting.
voice at this point.
uh,
Maybe, I'm sorry.
as you walk in, you see in a wheelchair a gentleman gets pushed around the corner. An extremely long beard that seems to almost fill the lap. Bony, very, very old. Just seems to be the skin is clutching to everything. Just body frail, looking at you.
Hello?
It's like, you made it. It's perfect. Took you a little while, but you made it.
Who, may I ask, are you?
Make a perception check.
Woo,
Is this everyone or?
Everyone can make one if you wish. Except for you.
Okay.
You're the only one that won't be able to do it.
Okay.
5.
23.
20, 5, 23,
17.
17.
22.
18, sorry.
Okay. So, except for you.
Yeah.
You're just like, who is this old person that's
Yeah.
talking to me? Everyone else, you look at the eyes. It's the same eyes that you've seen outside of the tower. It says, seems that they were really a lot younger at that point. This is Mordecai. And the wheelchair starts moving closer. It's like, I am so glad you made it.
Uh-huh.
It's like, Verse, right? Verse.
Yes.
Ha, ha. And he sticks out a very, very feeble hand in your direction.
Morning, kinda?
Yes,
What hand is it? His left or right hand?
right hand.
Why are you old?
I just kind of like look at my left hand because that would be. No.
No, it would be right.
I kind of go. You're not gonna
Yes.
do something.
No! No! Please. Oh God, this is the first contact that I've had with anyone in forever.
Is that literal or metaphorical?
Nice to meet you in person.
Do not answer.
Please never do that to us again.
Do what?
Whatever your young self did.
What do you mean? Who are you? Why are you here?
I said,
Alzheimer's.
"Greetings.
Alzheimer's.
I am Hakim Al-Balal Ben Fat Al-Yugin, ambassador of the great Caliph of the Jinn of the Land of Fate. It is my great pleasure to meet you."
We just met
And I
him.
bow.
You see Mordecai bow his head slightly. Hakeem.
Morality check to
It's,
see if I
it's
shut up
nice.
before
I
I
am
finish.
Mordecai. I have heard of your land.
Ah, very good.
I look at Mordenkainen. Has he lost his sanity?
How would you tell that from looking at him?
Well,
Look at his expressions, the way he's talking compared to his original form.
Make an insight check.
well, I'm Verse. You just said Verse. Is that you? So.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Verse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see you again. I think. Yes.
Are these all of your?
Yes. It's all my research. All of it.
I want to. look.
22.
Yes.
Please don't touch.
I won't touch.
22.
Be very hard not to, but I won't.
You can't read his sanity, per se, but you can read his reactions. He was very adamant with his statement, "It's nice to see you," very overly excited. And then the first contact that he's had with some, that was a true statement. And then when he proceeded to say, "Who are you?" that was a true statement as well. It seems like something is not 100%.
You've been lonely for a while, haven't you?
I've been in here for about 3,000 years.
This is Lord Admiral Rundar Hierophant of
Only
Foe,
9.
the owner of this tower.
I remember you gave me a letter. That's why I'm so excited to have you here. When I got the letter, and you literally see him start almost crying. It's like
Wait, he got the letter from us?
you guys could open
The deed.
you could open the door. No. You guys wrote a letter.
Oh, that's right.
And then proceeded to have the homunculus
My
go.
homunculus got you. Where is he?
Oh, he died. The tower saw fit to give you the letter.
Okay. At least that got to you.
Have you not been able to escape?
No.
The door?
Yes.
Which door?
What? First. Would you like to eat?
No.
Am I hungry still?
You're good. You're a tad nippish.
Yeah, I could eat. I will never turn down good food.
Schmidt. And Schmidt will make you a meal after he pushes me to the table.
Who's Schmidt?
There's no one there.
Is he an unseen servant?
Probably.
Possibly.
I asked him.
No, this is Schmidt.
Okay, Smith, thank you.
And you see him roll up to the table. Let's see. Verse
Yeah.
and Mordai.
Yeah.
Using your passive, you guys see that it seems that this area.
I have never entered the room.
Oh, you haven't entered.
I think am I the only one that's entered, guys?
You're the only one. You
I
entered
entered.
as well. Okay. So
When
never
I
mind.
went into Greece.
You see a couple of other tables that seem to have books out, some writing on it, and different things. It looks like a research lab.
Who could resist?
As you proceed to look through, you can take in some of the notes, some of the finer details of it, and it seems to be categorized in different rooms inside the tower, different things like that. You see different mentions of planar dimension AA2-6, where it seems to make note that in this particular dimension, Tarask do not actually sleep on a 1,000-year basis. They actually sleep on a 1-year. Proceed to terrorize for 1,000 years, sleep for a year, and 1,000 years. But it also
Besides
says
a Tarask.
the day,
What's left?
the years are notated, the rotations are notated about like 780 days. So.
What did
rather
they
than
terrorize
a
after
standard-
780 days?
Rocks. They hate rocks.
Because nothing's grown back if they terrorize for 1,000 years.
But that's the way. That's a note that you see.
No, the only thing that's alive are kobolds because they just live on the ground.
Is there
Yes.
something on a table like that belongs here but is not like valuable or important?
Possibly.
A knick-knack or
Make a. Are you trying to take something? I'm guessing.
yeah.
I want you to make a sleight of hand check. I gotta pull up Mordecai himself.
No, I'm gonna ask him for it.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Make an active perception check.
Okay.
I love how just Verse is just like this basically blind kobold because he can't notice anything.
16.
He always relies on y'all saying, "Hey, there's something here. Go look at it."
16. So as you're looking around, you're just looking for like knick-knacky things, something to say that this. I met Mordecai.
Yeah.
You know. So
Does he sell snow globes?
Yeah.
high or low?
Hi.
No.
Hi. Hi and on. Fan windows and you.
Snow globes?
Of course.
With your passive, you see out in the corner on one of the bookshelves, you see a snow globe
Yes.
that seems to be sitting towards the edge, almost about to fall off. But It's just precariously on the shelf.
Mission accomplished, guys. We got
you,
the snow globe.
You look around and you see that there seems to be some ink wells that some are dried up, but in different colors: purples, blues, greens. Some of the notes are taken down in these different colors and different things like that. And you see quills. You see some parchment that seems to have some writing on it, but seems to be immediately scratched out with the ink as well, and restarted. Some crumpled off to the side. You can assume that maybe some of it may have his signature.
Okay.
I'll go in since it doesn't seem like Verse or the new guy have been injured.
Okay.
So, what's for food?
Okay.
And,
please come sit.
I'm finding a chair, having to probably hop up on it.
So as you walk up to the table, you see some chairs pushed out of the ground almost, for different heights, and it allows you to you're able to find one that you can sit at appropriately. It's kind of interesting because it has these rungs, so that you can actually literally climb into it, and you're at eye level with everyone. Like you're at table level with everyone else, or with Mordecai.
Well, question. You said you've been here for 3,000 years?
I lost track. Who are you?
I'm Verse.
It's nice to meet you, Verse. I'm Mordecai.
It's nice to meet you too, Mordecai. As you can probably tell, I'm a wizard. I very much like notes.
You're a wizard.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Who's Rundar?
I point to the gnome.
And you see him start crying again.
That's Rundar.
Thank God.
Morning, Kaden. Can you show us where the exit is?
No! I don't know where it is.
The door?
After dinner.
Yeah.
I need people that I can speak to at least for a minute.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I like speaking.
Well, I started admiring one of the inkwells.
It's they're not. You can just throw them on the table.
I can make him talk really slow.
I started admiring one of the inkwells.
He doesn't seem to notice you. Yeah, he definitely doesn't notice you, especially after being pointed out who Rundar is.
So, Morning Kanan, do you happen to have any notes you won't mind me to look at and not touch?
No.
So, you would mind if I looked at them?
Yes. It could mess with everything.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're trying to figure out how to get out of here?
Exactly. You're not.
We're not ready?
How about the books? Can we look at the books?
No.
Wait, I want to know who I'm not.
Is it?
You're not smart.
Wow.
Is
Do you have any idea of what this place is?
There is just, like, first for the first time ever, I think y'all have ever seen actually looks genuinely hurt.
You have no clue what. Please come in, Rundar. Please. Rundar stands there, literally looking over at Mordai. It's like, with an eye of, this was not what I fucking expected.
Neither am I.
Well, let me see what. Is he just staring at Rundar?
Yes, pretty much. But he is having a conversation with you.
Okay.
First, is there a way for us to contact the past Mordecai?
Probably not. Well, I hope y'all have fun talking to him. I'm gonna eat food.
As you're looking around, you see pans and pots that seem to be moving in the background. You see pans and pots moving in the background in this not makeshift kitchen. It seems to be something nice, and it seems to be some kind of cold storage box, fairly large, that he seems to be pulling fresh fruit and vegetables and meat from.
If anyone else begins a conversation with him, I'd like to cast a message to someone. So I'm just waiting for someone to start a conversation.
Okay. Well, I was gonna bring over one of the inkwells.
It's like, don't touch that.
I'm gonna go look over the painting you made and the map, and I'm going to try to study every detail of it and
There's
memorize
no. What do you think?
the map you were describing beforehand about the different planes and stuff.
No. It's not a map. It's they're research notes.
Oh, okay.
And this is just for you taking a glance. Like, when you come in, you can see these different research notes and whatnot.
All right.
And as you walk over to him, Mordecai flips a wrist, and all the papers flop over onto the reverse side. It's like, please don't look at my notes.
Okay, so this door, where does it go? Why can't you open it? Why do you need us to open it? And
Okay,
Basically,
it's somatic, right?
it is pointing at someone, sending a message that only they can hear.
Okay.
So I don't know how somatic that somatic is, besides a finger being gone.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I like to imagine that you also go like this.
2 nat 20s.
So
wait a
what's your
second.
total?
25.
25. Okay, it seems to go through. Who are
And
you
I
giving the message to?
send a message to him because I know he's Steel Guy, probably one of them. And I go, can you get me some inks, please? Just without him knowing.
So who was asking the question?
I was asking a question.
Okay. It's in the back of the building. The only thing I could tell was Rundar. That's all I can decipher. That is all I can decipher. That is all I can decipher. That is all I can decipher.
So Rundar is the only one who can open it.
I have no clue. I didn't even know what the hell a Rundar was until you guys gave me your message.
So how is Rundar connected to it?
Yeah,
Because he has
I
the
guess
keys,
it's just.
right?
I don't know.
Probably a gnome-shaped hole in the door or something.
Does that mean I could go through since I'm smaller than him?
There's a hole on the
probably
other side
key
of
to
the
him
door.
'cause
I'm going to try to rob an ink bottle or two without him.
Make a sleight of hand check.
19.
He proceeds to wave his wrist and says, "I said don't touch.
Sorry.
Don't touch. Please come eat. Eat. It's a Rundar. Please come eat."
Can we stop antagonizing perhaps the most dangerous, powerful magic user in the universe?
I think he
So I'm
lost
gonna go.
his
Thank
sit at
you.
the
And you
table.
see him touch his beard. It's just like
He
I
touches
haven't
all
been.
of his beard.
That is, and he has this massive pile of beard.
So he has to
in
like
his
pull it up.
He's just like this, and then go. It's like I haven't been complimented in so long. I haven't had a conversation in so. Who are you?
Morda the Pious, Hierophant of the Fellowship of Enlightenment.
Foe. I know of Foe.
I have no idea.
I've heard of Foe.
I'll go sit at the
I
table.
expected nothing less.
Please. Eat. Come. Eat.
Would you like to pet a bat while you eat?
No. I want conversation. I want people. I want. Please.
Would you like to hear a story?
I would like to get the hell out of here.
I mean, I agree.
That makes sense.
How can we accomplish
You
that?
want to talk to people, you want to get the hell out of here.
Both.
As soon as
Then
there's
let's
food-
talk while we're trying to find our way out.
As you are discussing this, I would assume everyone starts coming into the room.
I've just
No, still not.
Fine.
I've been in the room.
Okay, you came.
Yeah,
in.
I'm in the room.
In the room,
In.
As soon
So
as there's food, I'm
Mordai
eating,
and
starting to eat.
Rundar are still outside.
Mordai,
food, I'm starting to
Rundar,
eat.
Yeah. So you see this massive platter of fresh. It doesn't seem to have taken as long as what this meal should have entailed. Seems to be maybe some other additional magical properties that have assisted with it. But this massive fish that seems to be halfway cut open, exposing the inner, but it's fully cooked all the way through. Fresh vegetables, carrots, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, different things like that. Fresh fruit that is cut and just sitting on plates, ready to go, and something, a large bowl of something that seems to be steaming to a degree, but there's these mounds of what there seem to be these balls of white shit.
Well, I'm starting. You said fish.
Yes.
I'm starting to eat the fish if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, as I'm eating, I'm going, what's that over there?
Ice cream.
Do I know what ice cream is?
No.
What is that?
Very, very sweet. In some universes, they proceed to say that you can only have it after you finish your dinner.
Okay, let me finish eating.
Morning, Cameron.
Yes.
It would be a trouble for me to eat with just one arm. Is there a way you can prepare
No!
me? Okay.
You asked the wizard to cast regenerate.
No, I'm asking a most powerful wizard ever to try to fix me an arm or do something.
He puts a little chicken wing in there.
You could always have, who is it? Stannis? What? Your friend.
Oh, I haven't spoken to him in forever.
You just spoke to him.
Oh, Smith.
Smith. You could have Smith feed you.
Would you like that? Smith, feed him.
No.
Suddenly just
And you see this fork with a piece of fish coming through.
I can grab it with one finger.
And it doesn't seem like it's that difficult. Stop lying to me.
You need to make trade noises.
Huh?
Yeah, he only eats if you make whatever these trains are.
Smith's a very, very quiet person. He doesn't talk much.
Here, I'll do the noise.
You
So
like
how
it,
did you come to be here?
I was reading a book and proceeded to want to learn everything. And this massive place just showed up on the plane of fire, and I walked in. They said that I wasn't worthy, but they didn't stop me, so I still walked in. Because I'm a researcher. I need to know, and I can't leave.
So Rundar's Tower basically trapped Morning King in here for 3,000 years.
What I'm hearing, it sounds fair that we get him out of here.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
that seems like a good idea.
Well, he wants everyone to eat. And
Please, conversation,
what?
meal, food.
What I'm
hey,
hearing
he is powerful enough that if he wanted to kill us, he'd kill us already. Instead of cheap
Do
tricks.
you require all of us to eat before you can leave?
No, but I'm just requesting. Please,
I politely decline your request.
that's fine. You see him just lean over and he starts eating some fish. It is very good though.
I do like fish.
Does anyone else want to eat?
I'm eating.
Yes.
I'll try a piece.
Yeah. Savory, buttery, wonderful.
Is it flaky fish or smooth fish?
It's smooth for the most part. It seems to be like some
Try to kill everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And then myself.
19 inside to try to someone if he has any hidden motivations and challenges.
like any other motivation. So reading him, it's just
Difficult.
no. He is wearing every bit of emotion that he can on his face. He just wants people to eat with him. Literally, that is it.
Morning King,
I'm
could
having
you
a nice
not
meal
summon someone
enjoying this
here or
conversation.
something
There you go.
to
Crazy
converse?
Come again?
Could you not summon something to converse with? Could you not exit by other planar travel?
No. You don't think I tried that? I can't sleep. I can't do anything. Every time I try to sleep, I rest, but I'm just more tired. I can't do anything. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I can make the tower allowed me to make copies so that I can send them out, but they can't interact with anything. So we can look at things, and sometimes we can talk, but it depends upon how close to the tower it is. But most of the time when a being of light shows up and blinds people, they proceed to run away. You guys stuck around. That was about like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Can you traverse anywhere in the tower?
Can I? Yes.
Okay, so you can leave this room.
Yes.
You can enter any door.
No.
The exit he can't.
Can you enter any door?
I can't enter some.
There is a giant you can converse with.
I didn't know about that one.
There's also a gym.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, you don't need to fight. You could talk to them and be supporting of them. I
They
think
have-
they like fans.
They have drinks, food.
Something called a smoothie.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like fruit, but
Where is this door
mush.
that is the exit though?
And I was like,
You're asking? It's towards the back of this. I made this my workshop so that I can be close to it and see if I can figure out how to get out. I'm
okay.
assuming that's the only one because it's the only one with other writing on it.
Oh, the door is on the other side of this room.
It seems to be further into this room.
Then I go to the door.
Okay, so you walk straight past. You walk past the table immediately down towards it.
Oh my god.
And it seems that. So the long table with the extra side tables, the kitchen one, it tapers down, and then you see a stairwell that seems to go down, and then you see a clove that is rammed.
A what?
An outcropping, like inside the room deeper and a little bit lower, and a clove. I probably am using the wrong word.
Okay.
Alcove.
But,
The pronunciation was.
So the door that led into this room was massive massive and beautiful and different things like that. This room is off-putting because you see scrawled on the walls the Rundar's name in common, just cut into stone, sometimes just ink and different things like that. And then you see this pristine door that seems to be almost made of marbles, white marble. And you see one spot in the center that you can assume must be some kind of doorknob with this more metal etchings along the side and more arcanic runes, but not on the door this time, but it seems to be around the side.
Is Rundo with me?
He begins to approach behind you, snatching a little bit of fruit on the way, just quick bite, and starts walking down, and then Schmidt, move me, and then Mordecai, just the fork that was there, because Schmidt was still told that to feed you. He wasn't given another order. It just, you feel it let go, and then the chairs move.
You feel like an arm
I'm gonna go follow Morning Feeding, trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, so you see him as Rundar steps down the step. The door, the metal etchings on the side of the door seem to swirl.
Yo, something's going on.
And then proceed to start darting across the door in different directions, different languages, none that you know, none. Just. What do you guys? What do you three do?
I as soon as I started to see Mordecai go, I grab as much of the fish as I can fit on a plate and go over.
Yeah, no, you're able to fit a good chunk. You're like they're decent fighters.
And I'm eating while I watch them.
I swear, like the fish is going to hungry for us.
I'm holding an action to slam Rundar against the door if him opening it doesn't work.
Just standing behind Runar going,
He
"Man, this
just
is
like
great."
has his arms and just like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over, but I'm gonna keep my fork.
Okay.
Not even like the D&D, in
Um,
a sense, like the 40.
Holding an action
Yeah.
for crossbow in case Morning goes crazy.
So Mordekainen is there watching as Rundar gets closer. So I'm able to decipher some of the languages, some of them, but they don't. All I can get is Rundar. And then you proceed to point at the walls and the etchings and whatnot that is around it. That's all I can understand. That's it. I tried to make a construct that I named Rundar so I could open the door and it wouldn't open it. I tried to give someone the name Rundar and it didn't work. It just didn't work. Didn't work. And he proceeds to just continue saying that and just like he starts bobbing.
Please stop this and open the door.
As I'm like holding
Rundar steps up and is like, so, quick question. No one else is able to read this? Because it's pretty simple.
I can't heal.
It says
I'm gonna
Rundar.
try.
No one else is able to read this?
I'm gonna try to decipher, see if there's a pattern.
Yep.
It says Rundar.
Right.
Part of it sounds right.
They can try to use
I
this
mean,
spell.
does it
to see
matter
if
what
they can
languages we
intelligence
know?
check.
Well, or Rundar could just tell us what
Yeah.
it says.
Does it matter what languages we know?
Not truly.
Okay. Then
Fuck.
no.
Nope. Nope. You can't. Some of this is old. You can only assume it's old. It says, yeah, it says my name.
Rundar, it seems this door was designed specifically for you and only you.
Does it say anything else?
Yeah, it says, I am Baron Rundar, keeper of the tower, seeker of truths. And as soon as that happens, you see the runes that were moving across it stop, grow, and they seem to be a black mass that seems to encompass the entire marble of the door. And then it seems to almost, it covers all the marble, all the white marble that was there, and it seems to devour it, opening up into a secondary room.
After you.
You sure?
You seem.
You ever?
Yep.
Man, it looks like he gets to open the door for once.
Mm-hmm.
I believe either you go in or Seth's going to throw you in.
He's right.
These are all true points. He proceeds to walk in.
I'll follow.
I follow. Line order.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm bringing fish.
So, as you enter, it is completely black at first. It seems to be the same. You can kind of make out where light is going into the room. That the stonework underneath it is the same color as the stonework of Mordecai's room. As you proceed to go in there, you see lights immediately flash on the walls and seem to run down and then encircle this massive circular room, but it's a bright blue.
The room is blue or the
Yeah,
lights
no,
are
the
blue?
light is blue.
It's gonna be a party, guys.
Rundar, your favorite color isn't blue, right?
Uh,
I think he's
High
red.
on.
It is now.
I think he is wearing blue.
oh yeah, no, it's always been blue. So as you enter, the first thing that you really notice with the new introduction of the light is you see a pedestal that's in the center, and you see these dials that seem to be on it in different locations, about 8 of them. And you see these stairwells that go down, and the circular room is massive, nearly 60 feet by 60 feet from one side to another, up to the pedestal, but the walkway down is very, very short to get to it. As you come up to the edge of this stone railing that oversees this area, you see 8 massive crystals in a arrangement. Rundar looks at the pedestal and proceeds to say,
Shit.
yep.
That's what it says, or does it say we're gonna go find something?
No, it says other things. It's just,
Is this where Rundar died or something?
no,
No, it can't die. There's a note to it.
no, it's just a flowery. Flowery.
Do we know Rundar doesn't like flowery or?
Automatic speech.
Yep. Real
Oh,
flowery. It saw creation's touch and made it what it was. This fury blew into tears and crushed the earth into a fury. It saw creation collide to make it what it is. All that resides here naturally. All that is resides here naturally. It saw it filled to make it have self. All that will be resides here. It saw whimsy divided to give itself balance. All that is fanciful and cursed. It saw this and rules were put into action, both poles at the same hole. Yeah. See? Flowering. Great stuff, right?
Maybe you should say this on top of the pedestal.
It's not like a pedestal to stand on.
Oh.
It's like a
Oh.
podium more so.
Oh.
I guess would be the
Plaque on
appropriate.
it. Is that where the words are?
Yeah, is that?
It has that written along this outside rim.
Assuming these are where the dials are.
You proceed to see him. It's like, well, it must want something. So he starts poking at the dials, just moving, and you see the crystals ignite in different colors. And you see these beams of light that seem to almost fill the entire room.
Everyone make Constitution saving throws, otherwise.
So
No, this is the puzzle from Skyrim, the Dwarven Ruin, where you got to line the lights to the ceiling.
Oh,
This
And you
will
got
only
to
go
do
go.
cold and fire magic to make the lights right.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I've got the magic.
I assume those are the crystals.
correct.
Oh no.
Podium in the center.
No, it's up on a walkway over here.
Put verse where we're standing at.
It's not fight. You guys don't have. This is just for you guys.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Or at least it's not fight at the moment.
I'm gonna put myself there anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Is that wherever you're curiously standing?
Nope, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh. Life alert! Help!
Hero fun.
That's a pedestal.
Yeah.
So, it's like I said, you don't have to put your minis there. It's just for a reference point for the riddle. It's not exactly complicated. I hope not.
We're gonna be here forever.
2 hours later. Oh, it was this!
I hope it doesn't take that long. So,
I'm glad you wrote it down.
here you
I
go.
couldn't keep up.
I can give you this. This is fine. This doesn't have any answers on it. Oh, and it states, Brundar states towards the beginning, towards the end. It's like order is key, no matter how it ends, but at the center, it will always be.
So something's in the center.
Is that the only one that's black?
So,
Actually black?
no, it's just, it's a lot harder to do some of the colors.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing
actually,
this is supposed to be.
can you
Flip it.
What?
Yeah, pedestal's supposed to be on the other side.
Ah.
That's my fault.
Just turn it.
Yeah, just a 360.
So, are these the right colors? That's red, blue, green,
So,
green, black?
like I said, not truly. That's why I also gave you the marker. So as you proceed to see him move one of the dials, the one to the far left, this is bright, bright red.
Hey, Steven.
A very dark red.
Assuming that means
He's going to do the walking. I'm going to cover his feet.
The red one next to it is that's actually an orange singing beam. Okay. The red one here is actually a real red one.
This is a darker red.
Yeah, that's a dark red.
Yeah, on the specific side of us. But after that,
The blue one is there. Yeah, that is blue. Unfortunately, the other blue one is yellow, but I don't have a yellow
Right.
dry erase. Yeah, I know.
That's why we're right.
It's a compliment.
That's why I told him.
you know
So
the primary complementary colors?
so green is green. No, the middle green.
Because I believe that's going to be pink.
That one
First, I was
is
thinking Roy G. Biv.
that's gray. That black one is gray.
Gray. Okay.
And then that one is actually pink. I don't have a pink dry erase marker. I tried looking for these colors, I couldn't find them.
I'm surprised you could find gray.
It's alright, we got it.
Yeah, the gray was If I still had black, I think it would be forgivable.
I'm gonna go to.
So as you proceed to see him move the dials, you see that each one seemed to glow, and they seem to have the beams of light that are coming from it seem to coalesce in different directions and seem to flow in different ways.
This may be allowed.
Do they? When you say beams, what do you mean?
Like the individual crystals give off like these lights, and these beams of light that seem to coalesce into different directions as she turns the dials and proceeds to almost get to the point where it's actually touching different crystals.
Is this a rave?
Yes.
Can I intuit that the beams could be directed towards the center?
It's possible, yes.
The crystals might be able to be moved direct beams towards the center.
Do you want to go down and check the crystals out?
I would love to.
So
I would love to go to. There's a blue one.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the blue one.
So you walk down towards it. This crystal is. It was kind of off-putting the angle that you were looking at. They seemed fairly small. That is not the case.
They're huge.
They are massive.
How big are they?
5 by 5 feet.
They are 5 by 5 feet at the base, but they seem to go up nearly 20 feet.
Okay.
And they seem to be, as you look towards the ground about the possibility of moving them,
Not movable.
they seem to go into the stone. The stone seems to have been built around it.
So that's not.
Probably the dials are what controls it.
Yeah.
Did moving the dial move one of them, or just
Verse, what happens when you touch
Just
it?
change the direction of the beam.
Okay.
It seems to coalesce them and then put
What
them in
could
the
go
direction.
wrong touching a highly
Yeah,
magical
what
thing?
could go
Right.
What
wrong?
do you mean by
We'll
direction?
stay up here.
Like it.
The beams
So
come from the crystal?
correct.
Okay. Where are the beams going to?
The ground.
They change
They
direction.
move around depending on the dial.
Okay.
Using the dial.
I'm assuming we need to figure out how to converge all the dials,
May I see
all
the
the
red
lights
roll?
into the
Yes.
center.
Yeah.
Here you go. Let me see that real fast. Give me a sec beforehand. I want to make sure that I'm not giving anything away.
But when I have, let's see, how many?
Because from what I guess we gotta get everything to here, because I heard something about center.
Exactly.
There-
We need to get all
Once you're
the
done
names.
with it, I'd like to take a look at it. I have an idea.
So it goes
That also
dark
looks like a
red,
but
red,
it's 'cause I
light
didn't
red,
use most of it.
It's
yellow,
creation.
orange.
Yeah, take a good look. It would be a good idea.
Here, look at this.
Did a senile man just give them a bubble?
Okay.
Yes.
So if you take yellow and you combine it with dark red, you get orange.
That's all
The gray doesn't.
Color.
I was just waiting for like.
In theory,
Dark red, red, light red,
Yeah, it was really
circle.
like.
Gray and
Blue.
red.
If you do blue versus
Well, he didn't even.
and yellow together, you
Mordecai
get
has
green.
never seen this.
If you do yellow and red together, you get orange. But if you do
But that's
red and red, you get gray. That
If
doesn't
we
add
use
up.
gray with dark red, we can get a darker red.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think it has to do with combining the colors. It has to do with the moving of the
The
lights.
beam.
Look, I've been passively trading his reason in the face,
Both
but not
poles
having
of
access
Did
to
you,
it.
are we able to get the whole thing? Oh yeah, you got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, I've got the paper right now.
Is
Maybe
the distance is different for different crystals?
it's creation's touch
From you?
Like
theory.
Is this
this is
same?
4 away, those are 2 away, and these are 4 away. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, it was more along the lines I was trying. Yes, they are
So these crystals are closer to each other than these crystals.
correct.
Hey, how about we just try something very simple? How about we try to get all of them pointed in the middle first off?
Yeah.
And see if that,
We're
because
done?
it says the order is key no matter how it ends. So as
Right.
long as we get in the middle, it sounds like it doesn't matter what the order is.
Right.
I think it's also color coordination. Theory, red, head, tears, blue, and earth, yellow.
Well, let's first do a verse.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
put
see
them
what
all on
happens.
I do my best to step back away from the crystals and go like back to the group.
Yes, please.
It's easy enough. You're able to leave
Yeah.
from that area.
And I'm just like, that's my idea first off. Other than that, we have to be more creative.
Well, yeah, because we need to get them in order.
So I guess we try that first.
Oh, that isn't ominous.
As you proceed to move the dials and whatnot and redirect the beams, unfortunately, as like the yellow beam pushing into the green one, it immediately cuts off the beam.
So
It doesn't go towards the center.
So and it's
How about if you pointed toward this?
It's just,
From the yellow to this.
it seems that the yellow beam does connect.
Does it make a different
Yellow.
color when they combine?
It does not.
No, probably it's making a pattern.
Okay.
Could I
How about the
red
blue
with
one to the green one? Because that yellow, that again does that combination.
It does not. It connects, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
But it doesn't go.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't go black, but it does.
Noisy bit.
It yeah.
There's
You
no gray or pink in RGB.
yeah. So you proceed. So when that beam goes to hit that, it proceeds to push back. Yeah, it doesn't seem to doesn't seem to want to make full connection to that.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Can we try matching red with blue?
Visible lines.
Uh,
Kind of actually.
As you do that, it does seem to connect.
Okay.
Which one connects
All right.
to
So
which?
let's
Red to blue.
So far we've got.
Red to blue, and I think green to orange, or was it yellow?
It was yellow to
Orange.
orange.
I mean, I don't think it's literally just the thing going.
Try
so
dark
green.
red to red.
Dark red to red.
As you actually go to point that one, this one it seems to make a large arc, but it does not touch the red.
Where is it arcing toward?
It seems to be just a massive arc. It almost goes around the curvature of the rim itself.
Green to red.
Green can't reach red. Can we try to get? If we dark red, would it arc to pink, or does it not arc that much?
It's possible.
Since you said it arcs.
Oh, try to
can we
arc it around
arc
so it
it
goes to
like
pink?
that.
It's as you proceed to turn the dial, it does proceed to go. It seems to go all the way around the pink. Does
This way?
It seems like it connects.
So probably like over red into pink.
Which means probably pink.
Can we try moving pink, and does it make an arc?
It does make an arc.
We
Does it go all the way to
arc
red?
it to
Seems so.
cement.
To dark red or red?
Dark red. All right. Green to gray.
No.
As you adjust those, they seem to continue to be wild. They're not actually focusing.
How about orange to blue?
What about
Orange to
orange to blue?
To blue.
It does not seem to connect.
So these, we got our outer
Orange
ring.
to
Well,
red.
maybe
How
we have
about
an inner
orange to
ring.
red and then blue to yellow.
Yeah, orange to red.
It connects.
Did you try
blue to yellow.
blue?
Yellow.
It connects. As soon as those two connect, you see a massive purple beam connect in between the orange and the blue one. One that wasn't coming up beforehand. Correct. And then,
Gray to green.
so you proceed to adjust gray, and you proceed to adjust the gray one, and it seems to the light seems to almost solidify around itself. It doesn't seem to actually beam to the other side or crossing over this beam.
Can it
Also,
go to red?
ball bearing into the lights.
It disappears.
Hey.
So I'm moving the green one.
You move the green one and it does the same thing. And it seems to solidify. The green one seems to solidify.
So
Like-
the green one does not pass through the purple.
Correct.
All right. So, what created the purple one? What connection created the purple one?
Blue and orange.
Disconnect that.
Well, no, the blue and the orange are purple together.
When we completed the inner circle,
We'd have
then
to
the purple
Disconnect
thing.
the inner circle.
Okay.
Disconnect one of the sides.
Move orange away from red.
Okay. You disconnect it, the purple one goes away.
Now try green. Green.
Green.
You proceed to point those at each other, and it seems to make a connection.
All right, now reconnect the other side.
And you connect it across. You connect it back from orange to the red light, and that beam comes across, and then you see a white mass in the center. Told you it wasn't complicated.
I mean, I have no clue what the riddle meant.
Yeah, I have no.
How large is the mass?
Okay.
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna play something for the white mass. Symmetry.
I was gonna ask if the colors seem to match a school of magic, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Does this have anything? The people who know the outer plane or the planes, does this have any significance in planes?
Anyone with an Arcana can make an Arcana check.
With disadvantage. Yeah, do you have
It's actually,
guidance?
I'm a far traveler,
Can you give me guidance?
and I have planar travel and stuff.
You still need to make the Arcana check. Okay.
But I can't-
Planar
14.
This isn't. This is not. This is stretching.
Okay.
Stuff.
No, 15. 15?
15. Okay. You want to make an Arcana check?
Oh,
Yeah. No.
I thought you were saying I couldn't make it.
No. It doesn't affect your. That spell doesn't affect it because this is more like logical loops.
Sure.
I do have
18.
some spells that
18 plus anything?
No.
18,
15.
15.
I'm on charisma.
I rolled really low.
Sure, why not? Does that be trained?
I would say yes on this.
I do also have teleportation.
I can't.
What is Rune
That
Guard?
matters.
Huh?
What is Rune Guard?
Oh.
Because I'm sure he's trained.
Nat one.
Yeah, like,
Nat 20, I guess.
I don't think he has a really. Well, he might have a plus, a good plus to it. Since he's
I'm not gonna lie to you, Mordai. I have no clue what the hell this means.
Is Mordecai with us?
He is.
Mordecai.
And he is just literally rolled to the side and he is staring at the lights.
Mordecai.
Who are you?
I am Mordecai. I'm your helper. Would you please tell me what is happening?
You know about terminal
I feel like he has a plus 15. Mordecai into Arcana.
Can the people online see the?
I would love to have access
Yes,
to
they
Arcana.
Okay.
It would be hard pressed not to have at least a plus 10 to.
Man.
For all of our followers.
Huh.
You've got some learning for this video.
So,
There's this one dude
It should.
who plays Mario 64.
that doesn't make sense. Why would they cross it? That makes sense. Oh, it makes perfect sense. So the way it works is that the tower is supposed to connect everything. So I mean, there has to be some form of connection between all the planes. We always assume that the planes of existence are on top of each other rather than actually being collided with each other. Because if there is some point that there is form of connection, they have to interlap somehow, correct? So that would mean that they'd have to engulf everything.
So we're in the center of the tower, which is in the center of the plane?
Of everything. Of everything. It means it's everything.
It's where everything connects.
It is. There has to be a building point.
Do we put Rundar in there?
There has to be a building point. You can't just build off of nothing. So there has to be a start. So that's where it started.
So all the planes started here.
We might need.
I guess.
My ball bearing went missing whenever I entered there. I wonder if. First, can you send your bat in there?
No.
I think it would be very hazardous to enter the very center of existence.
It's better than not knowing
Either that or
anything.
you'll become a god.
A godly demonic bat.
Mordecai and
Mordecai is like, I'll do it if it gets me out of here. I will do it.
More power to you.
What about
Yes.
all your books and stuff?
Please.
Wait.
Then
Smith, take him in.
you proceed to see Mordecai just, he gets lifted up and he does, there's almost nothing left of him. Just,
Well, guys,
you can
he's
tell
gonna
based
kill
upon
us.
the way he's being carried that he is not.
He's gonna kill us.
We're gonna fight gods.
And you proceed to see that his beard just falls off and just trails behind them for what almost seems like forever as he's just dragging down. And you see him walk towards it, and
Guys, are we sure
he
we wanna put him
proceeds
in
to
there?
pass through the
wants to go in there of his own
the
volition.
dark red light, and
Did they say anything about the book?
he didn't.
Okay. Great.
So you see him pass through the dark red light, and you see this gray mist seem to descend. And this is the first time you guys have actually looked up. It seems that there is no true ceiling to here. It just seems to descend from almost nothing. And it proceeds to fill the entire center of this area.
All of them
Oh no.
will kill, and he
Yes.
takes minimal damage.
May I attempt to yeet Ringdar before Mordecai reaches it?
Yes.
Make a strength check.
Oh, wait a minute.
Rundar has like what, a 6 strength score?
It's more for distance.
Can I give him guidance?
You don't know this is happening, so I would say no.
Strength or athletics?
You can use athletics. That's
Thank
fine.
you.
To be fair, we've been sitting over here going, wouldn't it be funny if we eat it Rundar?
Wow, 2 6s.
Yeah, alright. Yeah,
Still probably
15.
good.
He beats you, my dude. He got a
With
16.
disadvantage?
Yep. No, I rolled a 19 and a 13.
He has a +2 with athletics?
He's using acrobatics just to squirm.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I literally
damn.
had to
Yeah, how'd that work?
I'm like, damn.
So, yeah, no. You proceed to try to.
Grab him and toss him.
You immediately like, ah! And then he's like, "What the hell?" And he just squirms out.
Wait,
At this
are we sure we want Mordenkainen to walk in there instead of
As-
the owner of the tower?
Sure.
before it,
Yeah.
during this entire interaction, you proceed to see him step into the light, and he just
What?
The white light.
the white light at the center. He seems to pass through all of them.
What happens to the mist?
It still resides.
Is there
Is
like a
it down to our level or above
It's
us?
covering this entire. It's covering this field. It's not like a massive mist. And as you're actually looking at it, it seems like there are specks inside.
Well, I
we
didn't
in
hear
the
any
mist?
screaming.
No, from the pedestal part, you are not.
Well, we didn't hear any screaming, so...
Oh, is Reverse, are you still down there?
no?
Okay.
Man, if you
Why would I be
accidentally
down?
die,
I don't
you
know.
can't
I
scream.
remember you saying you wanted to step away, but
Yeah, I stepped
Yeah,
away,
stepped away
back
to
up.
look at the crystal, and then he came
I
back when
mean-
we were doing the dial thing.
Is this death or annihilation?
Oh,
or transport to a different realm,
It could. It could.
How about
Turn
we,
you into a god?
or ultimate salvation.
Yeah.
we could all try stepping through together?
We
We
all
can go back in the other room to
Wouldn't
get
it
those
just be
books.
like-
Come on, guys, suicide pact!
Removal of some
No,
of your
I-
sins. Run on
All right. So, well, he called me stupid,
Salvation is.
and he walked in there. How much do we want to bet that this leads outside of the tower?
It could lead.
I
anywhere.
take a ball bearing and try to throw it into the white light
It
through all
just
the
disappears
lights.
again.
Make a dexterity check.
Did it say they were targeting her?
So
Still
if I
disadvantage.
put
Yeah, I
money
know.
on this leading out of the tower, and then we all die, do I have to do that?
8.
No.
Okay.
You proceed to go to throw the ball bearing. You have a little bit of sticky. You grab a little piece of fruit, I would say, as you're waiting, and the ball bearing still is connected to your finger, and as you let go, it just goes off to the side and tinks against Jacqueline's armor. It doesn't really even. She doesn't even notice it with these discussions that are going on. But yeah, you do obviously.
I'll keep pelting. I'll keep throwing into...
Can you transport yourself to anywhere in the town?
Focus.
So, I'm going to go with the assumption of, Mostly because this is the first time that I've seen any of this.
Who wants to see me poop?
And it probably will take me some time to figure out what any of this is.
This is
And that might be
science.
why he was sent.
I kind of want to jump into the red one.
Yeah.
I want to go in.
How? What?
And he might be
wanna go
here
as well.
because I need
My
to
bet
stay.
is lane of fire.
So that way he can continue with you. So that you're not. I know I'm magnificent and
I
everything.
see. So he's
Want
a
to put your head in
replacement.
first?
At least for the time being. Until I figure how the heck this works.
Okay, but
I think Verse just walked into the light.
I'm thinking about it.
All right.
So, Do we want to go touch the white one? Do we want to go touch the colored one?
Do we know where the door that we came in is?
It's literally right
No,
there.
no, the outer door.
Oh, no.
Which one would be
go,
hell?
Imagine dark red.
While they're discussing, I'm going to go
Wanna
look at
touch
the
the dark
books.
red one?
No.
As you go to look at the books,
Yeah, same.
you open one, and all the writing is gone.
He took his research with him.
But it's still a book.
It is still a book.
Blank book.
It's an empty book.
It is a blank book.
Eat the book.
Take the book.
You take the book. You have one blank book in your inventory.
Feywild. I'd rather the Feywild.
So yeah, I'm gonna
How about
keep
the
help.
notes that were on the table? Are those also blank?
They are all blank.
The spell could be.
I'm gonna keep throwing marbles into the different
Hey,
color
he does.
rays.
Yeah, he can talk to
They seem to disappear.
whoever.
They don't, you don't hear any noise of them clinking, clattering against your
Okay,
arms.
so you teleport us somewhere.
I want to go to the
Nowhere
prime material
near.
plane if I go anywhere.
Well, if we can get on the tower, I can get us wherever else we need to go.
All right, so we can't see any that looks to be the prime material plane besides the middle one. I want to go in the middle one, guys.
Yeah, me too.
I am.
Can you commute?
Can I? What?
Contact other planes.
Oh!
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, this.
Try?
It's better than
Before he
nothing.
does that, I'm just running straight into the white.
And I'm going with him.
Head into
I'm
the
going
light.
with him. As
Okay.
soon as I see Seth start to finally make up his mind, I'm like, I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'll try in a second.
Yep.
You want to make sure they don't.
And
Yeah, they're fine. I'll see what I can do. Can't make any promises.
Wait, so you guys went in?
Yeah, we just go running.
Yeah, we're not letting Rodar do something dumb
With in our presence.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's the Grand Hierophant of Foe, so I'm staying here since I'm an ambassador.
I do have Death Ward on me.
Okay.
So we just poofed out.
How long does Death Ward last?
It's
8 hours.
It's 8 hours and until I go down to 0.
I know.
no, what, fuck
Or
it.
take a thing.
I'm gonna run
instantly
into the
kill
white
you.
light too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it up too.
So you're proceeding to wait.
Huh?
Run in. You're waiting.
I can do
Jacqueline.
some clerical stuff because I'm.
Jacqueline.
What are you doing?
And the
Running.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of curious as to what those two are up to, but other than that,
It's actually the Divine Soul Sorcerer's
Sorcerer's
Origin.
Because I didn't see him screaming agony, so it probably doesn't instantly kill me.
Assuming
Because he has
sound
Death Ward,
travels
so he
through
died.
it.
He died after he went through.
No, just so we jump in and go like this and then jump in and spasm a little.
I'm assuming when you disintegrate someone, they don't scream.
Yeah, they just turned to dust.
Second, because he'd go to 1 HP first.
Describes 1 HP and non-medical medical.
That also assumes that sound travels through a dimensional barrier or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see, like,
It was nice knowing you, Seth.
him.
As you guys are discussing this, Rundar has sat off to the side and he has started casting a ritual.
You just see him start to babble. Damn it, he failed that intelligence save.
So did the rest of us see nothing, or?
I will explain that in a little while. You guys are splitting the party in a weird way.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Well,
One playing
I'm,
existence and another.
I'm staying with the Hierophant.
Yeah.
Are you the Hierophant or is he the Hierophant?
He's the Hierophant, I'm the psychic one.
I am hungry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, all I want is a simple answer, a simple question.
Sure.
Is the white pillar going to kill me if I walk through? That's all I want to know.
Yo, my dude. Is that-
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Is that going to like completely just mess us up, or is that where we're supposed? Is that where they're supposed to go? Yeah. See, okay.
The shadow well.
How does this work out? Can't tell me. All right. I think I have a couple. You know what? I'm gonna figure out what I need to do, and I'll reach out to you in a little while.
Let's get the refrigerators running.
Hey, your refrigerator running? Yes? Okay. What's a refrigerator? Okay. So, says no.
You will not kill us.
Yes.
Okay.
What were the other answers?
Oh, how does this work out? Have you ever mentally had someone shrug at you?
No, but I get the idea.
Exactly. So unfortunately, it's kind of up in the air.
All right.
But I think I need to stick with it.
All right. Well, then I'll walk through the white pillars.
All right. Good luck.
Welcome to the shadow world.
Jackie.
Oh, yeah, no, go on.
By the
Hakeem,
voice of your head saying
I believe that you will be joining them.
shadow
You see them walk through.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to take a break.
Yeah.
This is the appropriate time to take a break.
Welcome to the shadow realm.
Oh, it's far.
One of us. One of us.
All right.
Don't want to be in the shadow realm?
So we're gonna take a quick break. Anyone that's actually watching, but it doesn't seem like anyone is at the moment, which is fine. And we will be back as soon as I get some
Alter self, bitch.
stuff worked up. This is gonna be good.
Please help Snowball.
Did you expect us to go through different portals?
Nope, there was only one nostril.